Greetings to one and all. Myself, Anugraha Johns of Class 10 from MJ Model School, Airur Varkala. And today I'm here to share a short story. And it's not from a book, it's an essay by Sonia Kapoor. And it's related to the topic Voices from the Kitchen, My Mother's Unpaid Work. And it revolves around the theme of the chapter Gender, Religion, Caste in Political Science, right? So I'll just quickly tell you the story, okay? I'll just shorten it up. I'll tell you the gist of the story. And it revolves around a very uninteresting human being, someone who has a very, boring life, but she's living her life to the fullest, okay? She has no problems, no stress, no frustration, and the main part is that she does nothing. The protagonist is Meera, a woman in her late 30s, and she's been married for over a decade and she has 2 children. So her day starts like this. You can hear the whistling of the cooker, and then there's this clink clang of the utensils, and her little children just, they come running towards her calling, "Mother, like, where's our breakfast? We're hungry." And by the time her loving husband is ready, the dining table is just like adorned with different kinds of dishes, everything that her husband liked, what her kids like, their preferences, every single thing. And not to mention the water bottles filled up to the brim, the tiffin all packed, all crisp, and everything's right. Everything's perfect. But it's nothing. I mean, Meera does nothing. It's not much, okay? Like, anyone can do all of that, like taking care of your children, taking care of your husband, cleaning the whole house, taking care of all the expenses, and like managing every single thing. It's not a big deal, okay? At least according to the society, it's not a big deal. Meera is just a housewife. Housewives are unemployed, they do not work, so it's not a big deal, okay? And Meera's husband's friends are like, "You are so lucky to have a wife who does not work." Okay? And every time somebody asks Meera, like, "What do you do?" she says, "I don't do anything. I'm a housewife." And there's nothing wrong, right? I mean, she, in fact, does not do anything. She's just a housewife. Okay? And one day she's just like doing nothing. She's like dusting the window, she's dusting the pillows, and she just sits down to eat lunch. Not so surprisingly, it's 4 in the evening. That is not the ideal time for eating lunch, but then again, Meera does not do any work, so who cares if she eats late? It's fine. And that day she's like, "Well, I don't do anything. Everybody says I don't do anything. I myself say I don't do anything. So I'll just stop doing all these pointless stuff that I am doing." Next morning, she does not wake up before dawn breaks. She does not frantically run around the kitchen trying to prepare the lunch boxes, the breakfast, filling up the water bottles. She sleeps. And surprisingly, there's a commotion in her house. Everybody's panicking. Everything's a mess. But why? I mean, Meera does not do anything. Like, why didn't the lunch boxes just like magically prepare themselves? Because Meera does not do anything. And now I've been telling this with a sarcastic note, but the whole story, right? It is a mix of third person, second person perspective, and Meera is just telling her story. She's just telling her daily routine. And that day when she decided to not do anything, right? There's a commotion in her house. And that day, her family realized the value of her work. That day, she sits down in her table. She writes in her little diary, "I am not working, but without my work, nothing works."